What are the most important things for a nonprofit organization? First, you need to get structured right. Get incorporated, get your federal tax exempt status. It's a difficult situation, especially for a chapter that's been organized, been running for 5 years, 10 years, 15 years. They think everything's been running fine. They haven't had any legal claims. They've had no problems. And so to say, well, why should I now step back and incorporate? That's more paperwork. Who wants to file paperwork with the government? And when you incorporate, you provide just an extra layer of protection between you individually as an officer or director of that chapter, and any legal claims. The next question is, well, we have insurance. Won't insurance cover it all? Maybe, maybe not. In my experience, it all depends on your policy, and insurance policies vary widely. It depends on the exclusions of the policy. It depends on what kind of claim is brought. And so insurance is a great thing, but I think you need both. I think you need to incorporate, I think then you should have insurance, and then you want federal tax exempt status. You need to keep that status. You need to file the annual report with the state every year and the 990 with the IRS. These chapters are under 501c6, which means business organizations. The reason why you want to have that is if you don't have federal tax status, you should be filing a corporate tax return and paying corporate tax on your income that you bring in. Well, who wants to do that, especially when you're not bringing in loads and loads of money? So another big problem that nonprofits have is a failure to really have good financial policies in place and then to follow those policies. Sometimes I'll see that they'll put in place some good financial policies, such as our board will review and adopt a budget every year. I say review because it's usually the president or an executive director or somebody who develops the budget, and the board approves it. They may have that in their bylaws and then never do it. Even more important, I would say, than the budget is good financial controls. And by that I mean separation of controls. You need to have every expense approved, perhaps in that annual budget or perhaps by a vote of the board of directors. Then you need to have someone sign for those, a check signer. And third, though, you need someone who is monthly reviewing the accounts that's not a check signer. So often I have seen money walks when it's in a small organization, even sometimes in a big organization. And at the end of the year, then what folks really don't do is you need to have some sort of internal financial review. Even if you're tiny and you're not big enough to hire an outside CPA, you're not going to do a real audit because those are expensive. You should have a committee that is not involved in the day-to-day financials, who's actually auditing or reviewing your books every year. These are the main things that if you do them, your nonprofit will be in pretty good shape.